Hello everybody, it's me again. I'm TurboB967 from YouTube, and in the last program I was discussing a Nazi cult called JTF, aka Jungle Terrorist Forces. I mean, actually it's called Jewish Task Force, but because there's nothing Jewish about it, I decided to give it the name Jungle Terrorist Forces. But that's not the important part of my program. Our program is about the way JTF increases in numbers day by day. But in recent times, JTF actually decreased numbers. Basically, it's thanks to us in Para Team, because we're the one who prevent basically people to join this Nazi group, and it is a Nazi group. I can prove it. And but my question right now is to all these stupid people out there who support JTF and doesn't know what this group is about. Do you have any idea, you stupid Jews that out there and the Gentiles? Do you have any idea who JTF are and who their leader is? I already made a program about them, exposing them and their hypocritical behavior and their cowardice and the way they praise Nazis. I already made a program about it previously. But in this program, I want to discuss specifically. I want to talk specifically about their organization as a whole. Do you have any idea who he is? What is JTF all about? You stupid JTFers out there. Do you have any idea who they are? I mean, look. I mean, listen. Do you have any idea what their views are and what kind of people support them? What kind of crazy Nazi extremists support them? What kind of crazy people support them? What is their original background, their organization, and what kind of hatred and violence they promote through the public television access? And what kind of views they had on the Holocaust, on the Jews, and all other things? I mean, look, I'm a Jew myself, and I don't want to see some piece of excrement using my religion as a supposed cover of his hatred. I mean, you stupid, dumb, silly supporters of this Nazi cult out there, you pieces of excrement who support this Nazi cult, do you have any idea who these JTFers are? We call them JTFers. I mean, but do you have any idea who they are? Jewish Task Force is a group that was founded in 1994 by a former terrorist, Chaim ben Pesach, whose real name is Victor Vance here, but he changed it to Chaim ben Pesach. Chaim ben Pesach, after his father died in 2000, his father died. Chaim ben Pesach says that blacks are responsible for his father's death. So basically, his hatred for black people forces him to blame blacks for his father's death. That's just an example of his hypocrisy. And you know, I'm not going to discuss his father right now. I don't know what kind of... it was. But Chaim ben Pesach is a terrorist. And once a terrorist, always a terrorist. He's a Nazi, he's a terrorist, he's a bloodthirsty thief and criminal in general, and when he had a program called Jewish Task Force on public television access in New York, he used to promote violence of the worst type. Violence of the worst types. And one of the examples of these violence I'm going to show right now. Let's see what he says here.
Those affirmative action animals on those teams should be killed. You mean when they should be killed? The people you like should be killed. They're rapists and criminals and murderers. They're dogs. And there's the people that are so worried about having these. Well, we're going to win a lot of question if I can. Wouldn't all of these football monkeys were killed? I mean, really. I mean, if they were dead, wouldn't this be a better world? You know how much crime they commit? You know how much destruction they wreak on society? I mean, come on. You know, it's just, you know, it's just unbelievable how stupid people are. How stupid sitting around drinking your, guzzling your...
Okay, so what you just heard, this was the voice of Chaim and Pesach, speaking right in front of an audience of several people on a public television, calling for the deaths and the physical violence, inciting the physical violence against football players. You just heard how he incited a violence against football players just because they're black. He says that they're monkeys, they're dogs, that everyone who loves football should be killed, they should be killed. I mean, that's just the example of, you know, this is the person who you stupid supporters donate, and you like him. Why do you like him? Because he's anti-Muslim. I mean, I would care less. I would care less if he's anti-Muslim or not. If that's a piece of excrement who uses my religion, uses Judaism as his cover to hate, and says that supposedly Torah justifies hatred. I mean, look, I don't want to incite any violence right now, but what I'm saying right now is the person, by the way, it is illegal to incite violence on the television. He should have been jailed for this. You know, he got away with this, supposedly, you know, his phone was already took down for some reason, but so the only thing remaining is take his videos down by flagging them. I don't understand how can you support this piece of action. And there are many crazy people out there, who supports him, who really hearts him. I mean, look, I don't want to say anything offensive right now to people who are not Jewish, but if you have a real respect in yourselves, and this is my message to especially the Gentile members of his stinking filthy forum, JTF forum. If you really have a respect in your religion, which is Christianity or whatever religion you practice aside of Judaism, if you really have had the respect, you would now use a translate program, go to hypocritical.org, which is their Hebrew forum, type Christianity, then translate this page and see what Chaim and his supporters and his Israeli supporters think of Christianity. I mean, look, you don't even have to search for it. There's a link, and you can see the pictures from Ben Michael, where this vermin, this pig, puts insulting Christianity and depicting Jesus as a Nazi. And I don't even have to explain this. I mean, you know, I don't know why I'm explaining this. It's just not for you. Look, as far as the Jews goes, they're not an exception. Look, you stupid Jews out there who support this pig, you should know that this is a Nazi. This is a guy, Chaim Pesach, who praised Hitler, who praises Nazis, and who said that Holocaust was a justifiable thing, that God sent Hitler to punish Jews because they did not want to move to Israel, which is he justified the Holocaust basically. So he's a Nazi. And in one of his programs he also said that he wants to see Jews being expelled from America. Now I'm gonna play another clip, and you hear it carefully.
No, I don't think. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to expel the Jews from America. I would love to see the Jews expelled from America.
Wait, what did you say right now?
Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to expel the Jews from America. I would love to see the Jews expelled.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. What did you say right now?
America, I would love to see the Jews expelled from America.
Oops, what do you say? Again, people might have not heard.
I would love to see the Jews expelled from America. America, I would love to see the Jews expelled from America. From America, I would love to see the Jews expelled from America.
I can go on and on. Nazi pig. 2 words for you. Nazi pig. Look. You just heard Chaim Pesach saying that he would like to see Jews being expelled from America. Why straight from a Nazi or a Ku Klux Klan member? Like Tom Masger, David Duke, or some other pieces of crap. This is what Chaim Pesach sings. He says Jews should be expelled from America. He said that Jews have no right to be in America. They should be expelled forcibly. They should be only in Israel. That Jews who live in America should be killed. That's what he actually says. Jews who live anywhere else outside the land of Israel is a traitor. I mean, this is what a sick person he is. I mean, what a sick excrement. And this is someone you stupid people down there support. Look, I can play another clip right now if I'll have time. I mean, my program is unlimited. I can play as much clips as I like to. Let's say, or maybe this one. Let's play maybe this one.
First of all, I don't think demonstrating against Nazi war criminals is the proper way to do things, but and certainly Congressman We a farce. The yeshiva students and most Jews in Rabbi Kahana's day were the same as they are now. They only went with the popular causes. That's how people are. People blow with the wind. Rabbi Kahana and his supporters were people who didn't blow with the wind. Were people who were willing to swim against the tide and sail against the wind and stand up for the causes that no one else would stand up for. That's what made Rabbi Kahana and his movement unique. That's what makes JTF unique. JTF is continuing in that tradition. And, I mean, to say I'm against a Nazi war criminal in the Jewish community, of course, that's popular. But to be against Israel giving up land and to be in favor of removing the Arab Nazis who want to destroy Israel, that's a different...
Here's another clip.
American Jews are obsessed with the Holocaust. This is all they think about. Holocaust museums, Holocaust memorials, Holocaust meetings, Holocaust discussions, Holocaust books, Holocaust.
Alright. I just play you a couple of clips right now. So the first clip you just heard, Chaim Pesach defended Nazi war criminal. I mean, I know, a couple of years ago there was a demonstration against by a yeshiva student group against a Nazi war criminal who resided in Queens. I mean, I'm not sure who exactly he was, but what Chaim Pesach says. He says that this Nazi war criminal should be left alone, that demonstrating against Nazi war criminal is a self-hating behavior. That's what he just said. And one thing is that he also said that that this is just a popular cause, that Nazi war criminal is innocent. He justifies him. And he says that after this, he says that Jews are always obsessed with the Holocaust, that he should forget about it, that the Holocaust is there. I mean, look, what you just heard is basically what any white supremacist pig can say. Any white supremacist pig. You out there, you Nazi scum. You can pick him as an idol. You Stormfront scum out there who hate the Jewish people, who want to see the Jewish people destroyed. Are you happy that the Jews have this excrement who defends your people, who defends your idols? Look. But my question is to Chaim Pesach right now. Chaim Pesach, or Gay Big-Pigshit, or whatever your name is. Are you happy that you attract Nazis to your movement? Are you happy that you defend the Nazis and that many former Nazis from Stormfront support you? Because that's who they are. You know, Briann, for example, this piece of excrement who's responsible for my banishment from a stinking, filthy forum. he used to be. He met with members of different. He met with members of Stormfront, for example. This is just. He met with Don Black. I mean, he was bragging about it. But I'm not going to discuss him right now. You yourself. I mean, look. You can say whatever you want right now. You can say that I will be cursed. You much more than me. Blah blah blah. You can say that I will be. You can try to. Your stinky followers can treat me. Can send me as many death threats as they can. They can pollute my inbox with as many death threats as they can. But one thing for sure will not change. You're a liar, coward, hypocrite, Nazi, pig. You're a terrorist. Who knows? I mean, you have meetings all over, in Flushing, all over New York City. Who nobody knows. Who knows what you discuss there? Who damn knows what you're planning with your stinky followers in your damn meetings? You terrorist hypocrite. You advocate violence in any of this type. Look. When I asked you to meet with me, you got scared. You didn't respond to my. You got scared. Supposedly you said I wanted to beat you up. Sammy, look. Would I touch you tiny piece of excrement? Would I spend at least 1% of my muscle to beat you up? Would I spend it? I'm only, listen, you're 54 years old, you're 55 years old, vermin. I'm not gonna say how old I am, but I'm younger than you, and I'm 20 years younger than you, or maybe 30 years younger than you. I'm not gonna say my age right now, it doesn't matter, but you're 55 years old. Your soul, your goddamn soul, was here, overwhelmed and parasite, was here, has polluted this earth for 55 years. And you're afraid to meet with a college student. I mean, I'm a college student right now. You're afraid to meet with a college student. You're afraid. You're a coward. You backed up. You chicken up when I ask you to meet with me. And you supposedly is a top guy. You're supposedly you supposedly is a former. How can a coward like you be chairman of the large movement in America, especially during the Cold War in the 80s? If you're even afraid to meet with me, I was not gonna touch you. I was not gonna beat you up. I just wanted to talk to you and discuss things and make things up. But no, you want a war. You know that if I'll meet you, you're gonna have to explain everything to me. You want a war. You and your stinking followers, this piece of garbage, Temper Brennan fan, whatever, Hotspot, Bobby. I mean, this retard, and Ruby Stars, Lisa, this whore. I mean, all the stinky members of yours. I mean, your whole cult is a joke. None of you could even meet with me when I asked them. I only asked you, actually, but especially Temper Brennan fans, garbage. This piece of garbage, satanic piece of excrement, who keeps attacking people who disagree. Just because they disagree with his views, he keeps attacking them. I mean, the day will come when you and all your members of your stinking Nazi group will be thrown out of the internet. It happened with many groups already. It will happen with you as well. Why do I do this? You know, I respected you when I first heard about you. But you turned your back on me. You betrayed me like you did with the JTF gang. Joshua Rosmer, who's, by the way, who's still a blatant supporter of your group, as I just recently researched. You betrayed Ben Mezrahi. You betrayed many people. John Gottfeld. I mean, many people. I can go on and on. I'm not gonna name all of them because I don't know all of them. I mean, I don't work with Joe Gottfeld. I'm just saying. But and you. Oh, how you screamed when JDL Forever asked you a simple question. In 2006, in January 2006, or maybe later, a member of yours named JDL Forever asked you a simple question about you moving to Israel. How you screamed, how you yelled at him, how angry you were. You say, "No, you support Rubens. How do you know my wife? How do you know me at all?" You garbage. Look, I'm gonna stop on here, okay? If you're still a man, just meet with me. I live in the same city as you do. Not far from you, actually. Nobody even know where you live. You're such a coward, you slimy little pig. Go ahead and meet with me. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna have any bets with me. I'm just a kid. I mean, let's say compared to you, you stupid frog. I mean, meet with me. I'm waiting for you. You know where my account is. On YouTube, you can write on me. You know that I'm gonna expose you one day. This day you should wait. It will come soon. Don't worry. I will make you suffer. Just like you did to many people, I will make you suffer. Nobody asked you to do this. Nobody asked you to turn your back on me. Nobody asked your stinky, slimy ass to poison and pollute the souls of many Jewish children in Israel by your racism, Nazism, and Judeo. I don't care about Muslims. I already said. When a Nazi, someone who defends Hitler, said that proclaims himself to be a true Jewish hero, that everyone is a trash, that Reuben, that Bacter are all trash, I can only wish bad luck to this person. You're a real trash. I don't like Reuben as well. There are some things that concern me about him, but compared to you, he was basically, he did something good. What do? You said that you fought against Soviet Union. You said that you broke the Soviet Empire, that you made Soviet Union collapse, that you prevented Al Gore from becoming president of the United States, that George W. Bush, I mean, many stupid things and lies you say that are laughable. That sounds clearly laughable. Do you hear yourself? I'm gonna finish here. I'm gonna prepare my new program later on, but listen to it and think about yourself.